why it is. Dame Kim coming to you from South Point. What do you think? I'm coming to you from the place I have the shirt. Obvious. South Point, Florida? South Point, Texas? South Point, Hawaii. That's right. Furthest point you can go south in the U.S. is here in Hawaii. The farthest point you can go in recovery is to be determined. However, we're one step closer as we discovered this in the archives from February 17th, 2021. Yours truly discusses weed's place in the recovery community and whether or not smoking weed in recovery poses a risk. Here's a hint, it does. Whether or not it's worth that risk. Here's just a clip of what we unearthed. Roll it. Bring it up. I was thinking about that on the not the whole drive over, but on the drive over, like, hey, what do we want to talk about today? And I had a couple different ways to go with it, but one that I felt like took precedence was the whole weed is a crutch thing again. And
well, I think you've passed crutch when it comes to substances. I think you go right to wheelchair.
Yeah, but you know, yeah, I know. I know it's No, you're not wrong with that. but I also think that there's a time and a place for a wheelchair.
I agree.
Yes. So that being said, I can quit smoking pot today.
Okay.
And what I'd like is because it's not going to be easy. I mean, it's not. Fortunately, it's not as addicting in any comparison to any variety of other things I've been hooked on, you know. And plus, I have Suboxone would probably help me too. And I haven't been taking my dose and a half. I've been taking as one strip a day because I've been smoking the weed. So I'm going to go back up to the strip and a half, like the doctor said, right? So I'm not really, you know, and obviously Yvette knows all about this too. They UA me there every time. Yeah. So, yeah, I bring up the whole family dynamic because I will be going there in less than a month. Now, that does play into part of the reason why I'm going to be slowing down, I'm definitely abstaining from smoking, and I'm probably converting back to edibles to kind of, you know what I mean? And because you can't get it over there, and I don't want to even try to do anything that's illegal right now. And so it's probably best to not do that, you know what I mean? So, and yeah, it was a thought, you know what I mean? I'm an addict and an alcoholic, and so it is, I acknowledge that. And if I ever forget that, that's when it's even going to be more dangerous where, hey, this, not only can I not put this down, but now I'm thinking, this is the trap for me, real briefly. Not only can I not put this down now, but I'm thinking about putting it down so much, and I find myself not being able to, that it's going to drive me to using something else. And I think that is a common trap I have fallen into, and one that just because I can identify it doesn't mean I won't get my foot snapped in it again. Right. But it helps. You know what I mean? It definitely helps.
So look at the power of it.
Oh, it's very powerful.
No, I mean, what? When you go to smoke pot, ask yourself, what is this for? Is it to make myself feel normal? Am I trying to numb something? Am I trying to take the edge off my emotions? What is the power of this hit, of this bowl? You know, what is it going to do for me?
See, and I haven't really thought about it like that.
I've critically thought about it. I tell people a whole thing. I go, "What is this for? What is the use for that?" Because you're right. The substance is not as addictive as the behavioral side.
And that's the thing. That's why, like, I've done that. I've done that with a lot of stuff. Even kratom, I did that with, man. You know, like, why why am I still taking this when really there wasn't much of an effect because I was on the Suboxone. Now there was a negative consequence because they told me, hey, technically that's an opiate and we can't legally give you Suboxone if you keep popping for Kratom. And I popped for Kratom like 4, 5, 6 months in a row, and it kept working with me. And so Kratom was a fucking, you know, a bitch, man.
Yeah,
but
Kratom detoxes actually can be just as bad as heroin.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, Steve.
I've sent 3 people to detox for Kratom that were.
I mean,
now, it depends on the
maybe,
amounts
I don't know.
and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah, maybe. I was taking copious amounts for a while, man, and that's part of the problem. You know, the Suboxone probably blocked most of it, but it did kind of give me like an energy boost. And at the time I was working, so that helped, and you know, I found any reason. But then, you know, obviously negative things coming in.
Hey, why it is? It's Damn Cam, hitting you with some damn talk. Why do I sound like I just dropped 50 IQ points? Because I'm taking my morning Suboxone, asshole. Recovery? Anybody that takes Suboxone, they will tell you it tastes like orange cat shit mixed with a little gasoline. Ugh. You know, I was taking 16 milligrams of this every day. It's probably 4 years of my life. Last year I cut down to 8 milligrams, and I've successfully been at 8 milligrams now for about, like I say, about a year. You know.
And so, yeah, why am I still doing this? That sort of thing. Now, the negative things aren't really, they're negative things, but they're kind of, I knew they were coming. And so, I'd say over the past week or two, what I did back in the beginning of the month was I thought, I found this written down. I thought, well, definitely before my birthday, I'm gonna put this down for a while, you know? And it was amongst a whole bunch of other notes about, hey, what about your birthday type shit? I don't know. Anyway, it is a good plan. It's a good plan. So meetings would probably definitely help. And the excuse I've been using is the meeting that I like is all the way in Oak Harbor, but that's not a very good excuse. I've been working with somebody who's in recovery, and we've been talking recovery, and that's been helping. I feel like I would be more productive at work. So there's a lot of benefits. There's more benefits than there are cons, so to speak, of what's happening. So yeah, the incentive hasn't really been a whole hell of a lot, except now I for sure want to go to Hawaii because this last weekend, just a few days ago, Mandy showed me that, yeah, the advice you just gave is definitely warranted when she'll say, you could have seen your son, and she's lying. And so if she has no respect or regard for the truth, I'm in trouble. Mm-hmm. And it's been like that.
Just because you fell off that
just another piece
wagon,
of the puzzle. Mother Nature gives hints that are subtle, but you gotta take time to rebuttal through the struggle.
doesn't mean
So when your
you have
journey
to lay in
turns
the
into
highway
a
and
mess,
keep
you
getting
should
ran over by
expect
incoming
to
traffic.
give nothing less than the
Right?
best of
We can
yourself.
get back up.
I
We
hope
can
the
look
fear you
around
were
like,
dealt
oh,
is outweighed
stuff.
by the love that you
But
felt. There's no shame
I'm not gonna
in
keep
asking for
going the
help.
wrong way
So
down
take
a one-way
minute to
lane.
get
I'm gonna
into
turn
it
my
until
ass
you
around,
finish yourself.
probably get to a
Expectations are
meeting,
waiting for your patience
go
to
handle
gradually
business.
melt. The tragedy's held in every part of
Check out the
spark,
Recovery is
transformation that
Discovery
will
is
start.
Recovery blog. That's at thatdamntalkspot.locals.com. You can also find us everywhere your media already gets social. Just check out Damn Talk. That's DAAMNTALK. Or you can search us at TripDubs.DamnTalk. Selfish to put other things and other people before myself and my program. This is a selfish disease. The first thing you put above your recovery will be the second thing you lose. First, you're gonna lose your recovery, and then you're gonna lose whatever it was you put above your recovery. That's what they told me in the beginning. Now, I've relapsed probably 3 times. And you can only relapse when you are in recovery. Those who aren't in recovery can't relapse. And so if you're out there and you struggle with a relapse recently, remember, you had to have been in recovery to relapse. And if you were in recovery, you can get back in recovery.
Hey, they are not the kind of people you want to kick it with on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. I guess I left Thursday out. Maybe Thursdays they're different, but we don't think so. Why is that? Because they won't even partake in smoked guana in such a way as for said individual. However, you ain't gonna find us out sucking dick for no weed. We're not gonna be holding up your sister's boyfriend because we needed to get some special brownies. You're not gonna find us shaking and throwing up violently in the corner because we haven't had our joint. See, in our mind, it's not even the lesser of evils, for it is not an evil. It is a form of therapy. It is a constant that has been with us since the very first day our addiction took hold. It is a constant that has kept us in good spirits through tough times and helped us get through those initial withdrawal symptoms when we were leaving our cure for life. Now, we've taken a lot of flack for
life's not fair. That's about a bitch. Expecting me to share, but I only bought a pinch. I really don't care if you wanna call your friends, as long as they don't stare at me while sitting on this bench. I'm trying to find some clarity, stop shitting on my chance, cause that just isn't fair to me. My heart has other plans. With every other swallow determining how I act, I say I stop tomorrow, but tomorrow's not a fact. However close I follow, I will always bounce back. But when life starts to sound like a sad soundtrack, I'm clutching at my bottle at the bottom of my sack. Shit, heart feels hollow, so I bought 'em to distract it. And this is how you look when you're headed and hope fails. Life got you by the balls instead of the coattails. Free falling, flying high, leaving smoke trails. Maybe that's the reason why I've been in 5 jails. Free falling, flying high, leaving smoke trails. Maybe that's the reason my addiction prevails. It's Justin, I did it again. I feel disgusting, I'm addicted again. I thought I had it straightened out, now it's twisted again. I don't know what that's about, but I'll be quick to defend my choices, my actions, and a human-like function. These voices are imagined. Shh, quiet, it's nothing. Free falling, flying high, leaving smoke trails. Maybe that's the reason my addiction. Look me up on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Nurmac Black. Search and subscribe, you're certain to find spoken word and rap.